morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Tuesday, May 19th, 2020, and we've got all the top stories for you today, including a discussion of the president's thickness that Pat will surely regret missing. He's not on the show today, but how you boys feeling? Mark, Wes, how you doing?
How you doing, Wes?
I'm doing great. Did a little cooking tonight. Made some crab and crawfish corn chowder with the lady. Getting fatter. So things
there
are
you
good.
go.
That's not good. We're going to talk about it. Why that's not good.
That's not
top
good.
Story.
I worked out today for the first time in a while. That's good. Hey, it's your birthday. It's your birthday week, Will.
That is correct.
Oh, nice.
Wednesday is my birthday, so
nice.
One more
Awesome.
day, and then I might. That means we'll see if I'll be on Thursday's show. We'll see.
Okay, let's play, or maybe just a little loose. We'll see.
Well, yeah, at least loose. At least loose. But Mark, get us going and take us into this top story.
All right, guys, let's lead off the day with a doozy. President Trump said on Monday that he is taking daily doses of hydroxychloroquine. He does not have coronavirus, and I guess he doesn't plan on getting it either. That's why he's taking the doses.
Right.
Like you're safe than sorry.
Hands. Yeah.
Right.
Like washing your hands like 60 times a day. It's the
right.
same thing.
It's very similar. Well, yeah, sure. He said many frontline workers are taking it. I happen to be taking it. And then reporters were like, wait, what the fuck? And they were like, everyone's like, what? Did you just say you're taking hydroxychloroquine right now? And he goes, hydroxychloroquine. I'm taking it right now. Yeah. A couple of weeks.
You have stock in this?
I don't know. I have no idea. But the whole room was like, what? He's like, started taking it a couple weeks ago because I've heard a lot of good stories. And if it's not good, I'm not going to get hurt. It's better out for 40 years. For malaria, for lupus, for other things. And a lot of doctors take it. I take it. I'm taking it. So he's just been secretly taking hydroxychloroquine for the past 2 weeks.
Guzzles cod liver oil too.
Yeah. I mean, you guys said, better safe than sorry.
Right. You might as well try all the old wives' tales at this point.
Yeah, he's out in the public and shit all the time. He's shaking hands. He sees. I mean, maybe not shaking hands, but he's around people all the time. I mean, yeah, he's got to be safe.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it does make sense. I mean, wouldn't you? Is it that shocking that that the president of a major nation is taking extra precautionary medicine?
No, I had a college roommate, a good friend still, before and after that in college was taking Rogaine, and I was like, "What the fuck? You're like 19 and have great hair. What are you doing?" And he was like, it's never too early to take Rogaine, Mark. And he still has great hair. So
full head of hair.
I take a leave every day when I wake up.
Right, just in case no headaches. Right?
Preempt that headache.
Yeah, that's right.
It might have worked, it might not have, but you don't have a fucking headache, right? The FDA has said hydroxychloroquine is still under clinical trial and shouldn't be taken for coronavirus currently. And also there was a survey conducted by Sermo, a healthcare data collection company, that found that only a quarter, or about 5,000, a little over 5,000 of the more than 20,000 physicians and doctors around the world that were surveyed believe that the anti-malarial drug, which is what it is right now, hydroxychloroquine, should be used to prevent infections in general and prevent something like coronavirus. So only 25% of doctors would recommend that. That's like the opposite of those commercials where it's like 4 out of 5 doctors recommend. So maybe a little early. Don't go out there, everyone.
No drug has really been fully approved to treat.
Not yet, but
hydroxychloroquine and the other one that you covered a couple weeks ago, Radspherin.
Right.
They've both been approved on emergency basis by the FDA.
Or Dexavir.
That's right. Remdesivir, which I'm sure Trump is also. No one asked Trump if he's taking that.
That holds the same exact designation as hydroxychloroquine right now.
Correct.
They're both emergency use. Yeah.
Seems like it doesn't hurt like your COVID-19, but it's still a little early to see if
it's definitely helped some people that have been put on it.
Correct. Yeah. There are several trials and studies going on with COVID-19 patients and hydroxychloroquine, but it's a bit early to take it. According to 75% of doctors, and 100% of doctors would tell you to at least see a doctor before you take a drug like this.
That's true. But it's got me thinking this, though. Even like if you were the president, that's wouldn't you like kind of like feel like you should just be able to take whatever drugs you want, you know?
Well, yeah, president aside, he doesn't need to go see a fucking doctor to take a drug. Like the side effects are pretty mild for this. It's like nausea, vomiting, mood changes, rash, some loss of hair, dizziness, lightheaded.
Like the White House doctor should have the hookup, you know? Like,
if you have with drugs like this that have been around for a while that have moderate side effects, yeah, you should be able to pop those pills. Yeah.
Is there a chance that he's not even taking this and is just dying on the cross, that he recommended this and is just sticking to his guns and
who knows,
going all in on this shit? I mean, he's like Costanza getting crazy. He's like, you want to get nuts?
I think he just takes it. I think he just takes it because he's like, it probably helps prevent me getting an infection.
Wes, you're talking about Donald J. Trump, man. Come on.
I don't know if he's taking this stuff.
I would agree with you. There's a chance, yes, that he's not taking it, and that
he knows that smoking beers only.
He knows that it's not deadly if you take it, so he's just like dying on the cross. Yes, 100% that's a chance.
Yeah.
But look, there is some good news. Okay, not only can you take hydroxychloroquine willy-nilly if you have access to it, and a doctor said go for it, but Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine that they've been studying is showing that antibodies are being created to fucking smash the coronavirus inside of humans in their clinical trial. Did you hear me?
Yeah,
antibodies proven in humans in Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine trials, which is amazing.
Yeah, and like a few side effects so far, right? It's like going really well.
Oh, I didn't even see any side effects in my research, so it couldn't have been that bad. The early data comes from the phase 1 clinical trial that was led by the National Institute of Health, and all 45 of the 45 patients developed antibodies. So, whoa, buddy, that's 100%. 100% of humans that try, and phase 2 is coming now-ish, pretty soon, and they're going to have 600 or more human patients. So if 600 out of 600 have it, hook it to my veins. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's awesome. Those are awesome results. So now every conspiracy theorist in the world is going to say Moderna created the coronavirus.
Right. Isn't 45 out of 45 pretty good too? I mean, do you have to
It's
really
great.
go
It's fantastic.
No, it's great. No, they rushed through phase 1. They're not supposed to they're only supposed to observe or something like that. They're expediting it. Phase 1 was not supposed
if this is rushed, then maybe things should just be rushed all the time.
No, absolutely. These people shouldn't sleep 7 days a week working, pump them with meth. Let's expedite. Keep trying. Send in more human patients. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Dr. Tal Zaks, Moderna's chief medical officer, said that they are just really expediting this, but he said it's absolutely good news and the news we think we may have been waiting for quite some time. And he says if things continue to be expedited and go well, we could have a vaccine as early as January. So, end of the year, beginning of the new year. Yeah, it's not that bad.
That's good.
Everything is happening better than planned.
I'm just going to assume that this is happening by Jan 1. That's my mind. I'm locked in. Moderna's got the vaccine. I'm going to be able to go get it in January. That's what I'm thinking. They're based out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, by the way. They're one of 8 developers worldwide doing human clinical trials with the vaccine against the novel coronavirus. I would say maybe triple that. Let's get at least 24 of these developers out there. 2 other developers are Pfizer and Inovio, which are also in the United States. There's also one going on at the University of Oxford in the UK and 4 going on in China. But come on, vaccine, baby. 1 out of the 8 developers is Moderna, and they got a good thing going. Maybe let's get another alternative out there. Ask Moderna what they're doing, and hook that shit to my veins.
Yeah, they shouldn't. At this point, it should be no, we want the intellectual property bullshit. No. It should be share every fucking thing you have.
Absolutely.
To get rid of this fucker.
Well, and also so it was supposed to, across the board, as far as how wide it's spread, how many deaths there have been, and then also how fast the vaccine's being developed, everything is better news now than people were talking about when the coronavirus was very first coming out. So
yes, no, this is good news. A vaccine by January is good news.
Yeah, they said a year at the quickest.
18 months.
18 months was the first. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
2022, a lot of people were kicking around. Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna call this 10 to 11 months because China didn't really let us know till the end of January.
Yeah,
what we're doing. So we're gonna call this a little under a year. Pretty good. Yeah. Let's get that vaccine going. But that's it. We'll keep our eye out there, Moderna. But don't get any rest. Like I said, take a bunch of meth. Keep working hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In general, like we were saying, there should just be easier access to pharmaceuticals for people that need them. In general, just across the board. Let's talk about another life-saving drug, cannabis. we've got some big news in the cannabis industry, boys. It turns out that the $2,000 a month that the HEROES Act is calling for isn't the only thing it's requesting. It's also asking to legalize banking for the cannabis industry and some other small things related to cannabis. So the HEROES Act, that's the one that's going to get smacked down in the Senate that we talked about yesterday. That's like the more funding bill. I mean, maybe a version of it will get passed, but not all of it. Here's what Cocaine Mitch had to say about certain parts of it. He said, the bold new policy from Washington Democrats that will kick the coronavirus to the curb and save American families from this crisis. Here it is. Here it is. New annual studies on diversity and inclusion within the cannabis industry. Maybe it's best if the House Democrats focus on cannabis studies and leave economics to the rest of us. This is a totally unserious effort. So,
see that, Southern?
Cocaine Mitch? I don't know.
Yeah. Is he from the 1910s?
When I see his face, that's what I think he sounds like.
Yeah, that's exactly what he looks like he sounds like.
So, no, yeah. But anyhow, I mean, basically, it's what we said yesterday. Like, Mitch and the boys are not having most of this HEROES Act.
They're taking an Elon Musk flamethrower to this HEROES Act.
Right.
It's gone.
Yeah. So just like the $2,000 a month, don't hold your breath to get that check. Don't hold your breath to get your cannabis banking federally legalized this year so you can use your debit card at every single place you buy retail cannabis at. But also at the same time, keep in mind that more progress on cannabis legalization happens every year now than it ever did before, like exponentially. So
no, it's great. They're trying to force it into just about everything these days. That's a great sign.
Right. Exactly. When you see lawmakers knocking on the door year after year, every single state and at the federal level, it's going to happen eventually. Let's just hope that neither Trump or Biden veto it when it finally gets across, because both of them are kind of like the linchpin that haven't agreed.
Let's get it going with the weed shit. Let's get it going a little faster. Let's just get it fucking done with. Federally legalize the fucking shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a realistic prospect within, I'd say, certainly the next term.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, and here's maybe another reason why we should allow this glorious plant to flourish. Researchers in Canada at the University of Lethbridge, which that sounds like a fake. I don't know. This story is supposedly
Lethbridge?
Real. Yeah, University of Leth, like
Leth.
Leth bridge.
Like you're trying to say left with a bad lisp. Leth.
Right. Lethbridge. So if it's fake, I apologize, but I think it's real. Are zeroing in on what and it's real. I read like the ad. Let's say create like a fake scientific journal. They're zeroing in on what strains of cannabis best protect against developing a COVID-19 infection. And you heard that right. Ingesting high CBD cannabis sativa variety has been found to reduce the likelihood of developing a COVID-19 infection by up to 73%, depending on the strain. So basically,
and let me say, what a strain. High CBD and sativa. Ooh,
yeah.
Relaxing. You're awake. You're aware. Feels good. Feels nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. They haven't released the names of the strains. They said they're down to about a dozen that are like really helping out. More study needs to be done to confirm if it's true, but it also matches up with anecdotal evidence from the last SARS outbreak that weed was helpful to like prevent you from getting an infection with last SARS outbreak.
Yeah, but I just wish that it was legal, because I want to be doing edibles of these sativa strains, not smoking flower and putting smoke into my lungs. Like,
yeah,
in general, smoking is, I'm just going to say it, probably not good for you when there's a bunch of lung infections going around. Whether that strain can fight off certain things or not, you shouldn't be putting smoke in your lungs, I don't think.
Well, didn't they say that cigarette smoking initially was a deterrent to not getting an infection? So it's like kind of the same thing.
Who said that? A quack? Like
there was a study.
No, there was a study.
And then there were several studies that said the opposite, which I would believe.
No, they said if you have like lung.
I saw that, and then I saw the ones that said smoking is terrible for you.
Okay, so
just preventing the infection is what they said.
I couldn't tell how when I read this study, I couldn't tell how they ingested it, but if they were smoking it, it stands to reason that even the danger of smoking may be outweighed by the fact that 73% of your receptors are blocked to coronavirus. So
I'm calling bullshit on that.
Well, at any rate, taking it to the internet, I've got a comment here from a hard factor Will. He says, legalize it, you cowards.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
That guy's smart. Yeah, it's fucking time. Let's get it done already. All right, guys. Atlanta has a big problem on the rise. Yeah, go figure. I mean, Atlanta probably has several big problems on the rise, but this one is on the rise in a big way. It's fast and it's furious, and it's coupled with other illegal activities like drugs, guns, and drunk driving. I'm, of course, talking about illegal street racing.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's bad for the lungs, all that exhaust.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the parking lots where they meet up, or like the gas station, you know, where there's just like all the cars and bikes that are just like
all that burnt rubber. Yeah.
Yeah. No, businesses hate these motherfuckers because they block their entrances. They just deter people from even going there.
It's the worst when you roll up to a place where they're meeting up. You're just like, forget about getting out of that parking lot quickly.
Oh, yeah.
You're stuck behind like 85 guys with huge spoilers, like slowly in a line going through the parking lot.
Bunch of fuzzy dice hanging from the front of the car.
Yeah, it's intimidating. So over the weekend, Atlanta police, along with the Georgia State Patrol and officers from 2 other counties, busted a huge street racing ring, arresting 44 people. 19 of those were charged with drug or alcohol-related offenses. 2 were charged with driving under the influence. They also impounded 29 cars and handed out 114 tickets. They also recovered several illegal guns. Yeah, so it's like we said, it's a fucking party. I mean, it's
the crime jackpot.
It's a meeting of the minds for sure.
Couple 3-time losers there. Yeah,
that struck me as just like what I would expect based on the rowdiness level at those meetings.
Yeah, go figure. The guys that were like skull face masks, no matter even before COVID-19, they're gonna have a few guns on them. So I don't know about you guys. I've driven in Houston, Texas, which is a big street racing scene on the weekends, and it seems like everyone there, that's what they do for fun. I mean, you go on the highway and you're getting passed by like just people going 100 miles an hour left and right. I mean, pretty much any major city, you get on the highway at night on the weekends and you're going to see this shit and be passed by these people just going crazy. I mean, it's
in Austin. Do you guys hear it at night? Like, do you guys hear people racing around your neighborhoods at night?
Yeah. For sure. I've definitely heard it. It's not, I don't know if it's actually, they're actually racing on the streets and the rest, but you go on the highway, it's there.
Yeah, maybe the highway.
There's I hear him around Reno. There's definitely a lot of racing around Reno.
Yeah. But I mean, you can imagine how like old people feel about these things. It's like the devil is driving these things in the apocalypse when
like a flaming chariot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be the scariest thing in the world for them. So it's a huge problem. People are constantly complaining about them. So, but guess why they're on the rise for a very specific reason. Can you guess what it is?
Boredom from lockdown.
You're on the right track. It's because the streets are less crowded because of lockdown.
There you go.
So, yep. So it's on the rise because they just have more opportunity.
Several weeks ago, I heard somebody just like zipping around at night, and I think I said that to my wife, like, "Oh, I bet people are loving it." Like loving racing on the empty streets. Yeah.
Fuck street racing. This is so far the number one reason I think we should open up immediately is to prevent street racing.
Yeah.
Open it up. It's time to open it up.
The mafia loves coronavirus, and so do street racers.
Yeah, these are the people succeeding right now. We need to open it up.
Atlanta Police Chief Erica Shields said, quote, "We pledge to deal with these speeders and reckless drivers who have shown a complete disregard for the safety of others with these dangerous antics." So they're out there, they're looking for you, street racers. So pick another I don't know where they meet, like Dairy Queens or wherever the fuck they meet. Anyway, yeah.
Sonics.
Sonic. Sonic. There it is.
Sonics is the number one spot for speed racing people.
I feel like it's always a place that has like multiple businesses. It's like anywhere where they can get away, because that way, like, nobody's really sure who has the
3 exits. Yeah, 3 exits.
They're standing. Right. True. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. The Sonics are more like show off their cars, like pop the hoods up.
They're not committing crimes with the Sonic. They're actually getting food.
Yeah, they're getting
running the road.
They're complimenting each other.
Yeah,
exactly.
So anyway, so going to the internet.
That's the winner's circle. That's
what You all meet up at Sonic, and that's the ranking: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. All right. So going to the internet, Smitty, who has a trademark next to his name, GED Hans BSD negative, says, "Shit, every car out there is probably a lease. Wells Fargo going to get their cars back. LOL." So he's just
saying everybody's in debt.
Right. All those losers are in debt anyway. Yeah. And then Low Ride King says, "Keep it moving. We back out there next week." So he's not worried about it. He's going to be back out there doing his thing next week.
See, I'm much more into the low riders with the what's it called?
The hydraulics.
The hydraulics, just cruising, Like
you just want to see like a car show.
I'm cool with the car show going the normal speed limit, man. And you can bounce up and down, but let's keep it slow. Keep it cruising.
My buddy got his Mustang souped up with like nitrous, and he took me on a ride. This was actually in Houston, and I mean that thing is it's crazy because it looks like it's like a stock Mustang, but he's got the nitrous in it. So you pull up next to someone and he just smokes them that has like a V8. It was pretty fun, but I also thought I was gonna die. So I was glad that I didn't know it wasn't part of the scene. So, but hey, you know what's better than getting your car impounded? Just about anything, but so is winning money with PredictIt. Go to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20 to get a free 20 on us. Let's look at some free money. The New York primary being held June 23rd. It looks like it's back on.
Yeah.
Biden is at 84 cents right now. It's a free 15 cents on your dollar. I mean, I don't see any other way it's going to go.
I don't know what else could happen there. Yeah.
Right. So, not a bad return. And honestly, this is the best way to make the election season the most exciting one ever. Predict.org/promo/hardfactor20. Get your free $20 and start making money on politics. Any other markets you guys want to go over? Or?
No, not today, but I am about to put, put $500 into the markets and get going. I'm about to deposit 500. I'm setting a date. I think this upcoming Monday, I'm putting $500 in Monday morning, and I'm going to make a couple grand off that in the next month. That's my goal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got the Gordon Gecko predicted over there. I do have one market I want to mention. Mm-hmm. We said this a couple days ago. We laughed. We all chortled when we looked at the market of will Obama face charges by November 3rd.
Of course he won't.
Cracked up saying, how could that possibly, you could make 10 cents on that? And Bill Barr confirmed it recently. I mean, I didn't read the whole thing, but basically the headline was that Barr was saying, like, look, Obama's not going to be facing charges.
He said, "Are you insane? Right. I'm not going to arrest Barack Obama. Are you insane?" Right. Yeah.
So, pretty safe. Pretty safe. You wouldn't believe it that you could bet that the directly former president is not going to be facing charges by the next election.
Former 2-time champ. All right, guys, if you're like me and take pleasure in other people's pain, you're going to love this story.
I do.
Yeah, right? A lot of people do. They just don't like to talk about it.
Right. So is this kind of like an intervention thing?
Exactly.
Intervention was your favorite show?
Exactly. I'm not talking about like going to funeral homes and laughing. I'm talking about watching Intervention while drinking a beer and saying they can't handle their shit. Exactly. So Brian Austin Green, guys, and Megan Fox split up after a 10-year plus marriage, and she's already banging Machine Gun Kelly. So the former was, go ahead.
I had to look this guy up because I had no idea who it was. He's like a tatted up. He's a rapper, I guess. He's like a tatted up dude. He's like, got like kind of like probably mohawks here and there every now and again. Like a Travis Barker kind of guy, right?
Yeah, right.
Genesis halftime show, right? Wasn't that him?
Yes, maybe. He's been on Barstool a couple times. They've blogged him, and he's friends with Pete Davidson. He's been in a movie with him, and he's transitioning from rap into movies. So that's where he met Megan Fox on the set.
Way edgier than Brian Austin Green.
Oh yeah, way edgier.
Sounds a lot younger too, right?
He's 30. He just turned 30. That was the thing they just blogged about because he had his 30th birthday party. Was too loud for the neighbors. The former that they split was confirmed by Brian Austin Green, BAG, and the latter about the Machine Gun Kelly banging Megan Fox was hinted at by him, and he said, I think they're just friends, but yeah, they're bed buddies. And it's all over the internet. They're more than friends. What a tough break. We're talking about Megan Fox here. Oof.
That's a big loss. Yeah,
that is a tough loss.
I don't know. I can't believe he's even able to talk about it, to be honest. I mean, everyone saw this coming, though, right? Brian Austin Green hasn't worked much since 90210 in the 90s.
I don't even know who Brian Austin Green. I'll be honest with you. I only know who Megan Fox is.
Yeah, so I watched 90210 a lot, and he was on all 292 episodes of that, and he was a heartthrob back in the day. He was the young heartthrob on 90210 when Megan Fox was like 5 years old. I think they also split once or twice before. She was like rumored to be banging Shia LaBeouf on the set of Transformers, but then he got her pregnant or whatever, Brian Austin Green, and they stayed together. But this one sounds like the big one, guys.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, now I know. Yeah, okay.
But the kicker is she's banging Machine Gun Kelly. You don't want to lose your wife to a guy named Machine Gun, right? That's not good. Like old Nympho Kelly took her. That's not good. Some people say, it's better to have loved and lost than to have not loved at all. But I guarantee you, whoever came up with that, Alfred Lord Tennyson or whoever, wasn't married to Megan Fox, and she didn't leave him for Double Musket Bartholomew. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
She's shacked up with Red Bull and Viagra Kelly, and every lifestyle medium on the planet is asking him for comment. Unless he's perfected meditation, he's got some tough days going on right now.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Brian Austin Green, actually.
Right? Like, do I know him? Megan, do I know him? I think you've heard of him.
Yeah. Where did this guy get his nickname from, Machine Gun Kelly?
I don't know.
What does he do?
I think he raps fast and probably has a lot of sex, and there's a lot of reasons he's called Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like Tommy Lee's cousin or something.
Yeah, he's like Tommy Lee's cousin. He's like basically Tommy Lee.
It's just an ultra aggressive name. It's just like,
I'm telling you, he's like asking her, she's like, you may have heard of him. He's like, who is it? She's like, Machine Gun Kelly. He's like, no. He breaks a glass in his hand.
Stop it, machine, please.
Yeah, please. Not good. So, yeah. But, hey, you guys, let's take it to the internet where Truth Stops Here says this motherfucker had Tiffany Amber Thiessen and Megan Fox. I bet if I was with them, they would run to @Machine Gun Kelly, too. So, good point. I mean, Brian Austin Green's had a pretty sheltered life, right?
Tiffany Amber Thiessen as well.
Yes, because she was on 90210.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And I think they dated in her prime. Yeah, so you had Megan Fox and Tiffany Amber Thiessen in their primes. He does have a lot of like children with her, and I think they're all girls, so he has like a bunch of spitting images of Megan Fox running around his house, which is probably pretty painful. But hey, guys, Brian Austin Green's in a lot of pain. And if you are too, you should use Omax CryoFreeze, because living with chronic pain is the worst. It's more than a feeling of discomfort. It can affect your whole life. Many of you probably have some type of pain that has prevented you from relaxing and sleeping, or stopped you from exercising, maybe leading to a never-ending cycle of pain and discomfort. I know I worked out pretty hard for the first time in a while today, and afterward I rolled on some Omax CryoFreeze on my joints so I don't wake up crying. Oh God, yeah, and that's the thing. Omax CryoFreeze.
Imagine how many places Brian Austin Green's gonna have to rub this stuff
on his heart, on his heart,
on his brain,
on his eyes, his ears. Yeah, he's gonna need a lifetime supply.
Yeah, his whole life.
Yeah, he's gonna need
rolled on his life.
Brian Austin Green, you can get this discount too. That's coming up. So and that's the thing. Omax CryoFreeze can help you too if you're looking to get rid of nagging muscle and joint pain immediately while providing long-lasting recovery. Then you need to try the natural breakthrough pain relief solution, CryoFreeze CBD Roll-On, developed by Omax Health. This non-prescription triple-action pain relief roll-on is specifically formulated to block pain receptors, reduce inflammation, and improve muscle and joint flexibility. The best part is this is 100% natural, CBD-powered remedy. It works its magic within 10 minutes of application, super fast, and relieves pain for up to 8 hours, much longer than the over-the-counter products. Omax Health is offering Hard Factor listeners, you listening, Brian Austin Green, 20% off a full bottle of CryoFreeze CBD pain relief roll-on, plus free shipping. This discount also applies toward any product site-wide. Just go to omax.com today and enter FACTOR. That is OMAX Health.com Hydroxychloroquine.com. Enter the code FACTOR. Get 20% off crowd freeze and site-wide. And if you're still not sold, go check out their reviews. They got like pages and pages and pages, 95% at 5 stars. Simply roll it over where it hurts and ice out the pain. No messy creams or horrible fragrances like some other products. Crowd freeze works within 10 minutes, like I said. Go ahead. Go to the fucking site. Go to omaxhealth.com and enter code FACTOR to get 20% off crowd freeze and site-wide. I'm telling you, this product is the real deal. So go to omaxhealth.com and enter the code FACTOR to get 20% off site-wide.
Yeah. Somebody just send Brian a carton of this shit.
Oh, he's going to need a ton. Omax.
With some Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Omax crowd freeze is like if you took a giant ice cube of purified spring water, and then inside of it there was pounds of cannabis, and then you just relaxed your back along the giant ice cube filled with cannabis. And,
that's it.
It's that relaxing.
It is that relaxing.
It's nice.
And if you're a real sick fucker, send Brian Austin Green a Machine Gun Kelly song. That's right. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
You're going to be blocked immediately.
Yeah, you are going to be blocked immediately.
Guy's going to be blocking a lot of people the next few days. All right, let's move it on to the next one. With a strained look in his eye, presidential nominee Joe Biden addressed the Asian American and Pacific Islander Victory Fund's Progressive Summit on Monday, saying this. He said, Trump is out there tweeting again this morning. I call him President Tweety. Reopen the country. How are we supposed to do that if you're sitting on the money small businesses need? Stop tweeting about it. Get the money out to Main Street. So
President Tweety. So he's trying to fight fire with the nicknames.
Yep. So he's referring to the HEROES Act there that we went over McConnell's stance on that before, and then just laid on that pathetic nickname, President Tweety.
Hey, I mean, it's better than Lion Dog Face Pony Soldier or whatever, like he's used to saying.
It's an upgrade. It's an upgrade for Joe. It's an upgrade for Joe, which isn't saying very much.
He needed to keep going, but it could have been worse from Joe, to be honest.
Get the money out to Main Street.
Though.
That's old.
President Tweety. You know he's thinking of old Looney Tunes stuff too. Tweety Bird.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just President Tweety. Look at him. He could have called him Donald Tweet. Orange Big Bird. I mean, like, but that's a little bit of a stretch.
Donald Tweet's incredible.
Donald Tweet would have been great. Orange Big Bird, I think, would have been good. Donald Thumb's probably my favorite.
That's pretty good.
The list goes on of superior nicknames than President Tweety to make fun of Trump for being on Twitter way, way, way too much. Taking it to the internet, I went to Yahoo, and there was nobody defending Biden on this one. Barnow, he said, President Tweety says Mr. Roving Hands the hair smeller. So
that's also not a great nickname. Just saying what he does.
Yeah, that's insulting.
That's the best.
Yeah,
Mr. Roving Hands the hair smeller. I love literal shit like that. It's great. Yeah.
That doesn't exactly roll, but it hits some. Yeah.
Mr. Roving Hands the hair smeller.
Yeah, he's got too many words in there. But
yeah,
that's a great title though. All right, and then Blue to Green. He says, meanwhile, Biden, hold on. He says, meanwhile, Biden unwraps his AOL disk and vows to start using the internet to reach young voters.
Oh, burn. I remember those days.
Yeah.
It's a long time. Yeah, AOL disk.
Reinstalling the AOL CD like every
AOL 4.01 AOL. Yeah, just new versions of AOL. Yeah.
Yeah. Good time. I mean, I don't know. President Tweety, what do you guys think? What are your stances on the nicknames so far? Obviously, Sleepy Joe is the
right, and he can get, and Trump's only going to get meaner and more like.
That's the thing.
Like he can't compete with Trump. He
shouldn't try to like he should. President Tweety is very harmless and playful, but he shouldn't try to play the insulting name game with Trump. He should leave that to him because he's going to get crushed. Whether he tries to play it or not, but he should try not to play it. That's right.
President Tweety. Look at what President Tweety said. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a shitty nickname. I still like Donald Kong versus Joe Zilla the best.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, but it looks like we're stuck with President Tweety versus Sleepy Joe, which that's just not really. I don't know. I'm not excited about.
You
that.
can do so much with Trump.
Either side, really.
You can do a lot with Trump, like tramp, dump. Like you could do, like you can put a bunch of like it rhymes with a lot of stuff. I don't know. Yeah. Donald, Ronald, like.
I would have liked a better nickname off this go around, personally.
Yeah, that was bad effort. All right, guys, from one subculture.
Wait, hang on real quick. Let me go back.
Yep.
Has Trump used Dementia Joe yet, or is he just like?
Well, they had like the "I'm as lost as you" on his page not found thing, but
because it's gonna come to that. If he wants to keep playing the name game, he's just gonna straight up call him Dementia Joe, which you like President Tweety and Dementia Joe. They're on two different like levels. Yeah,
or kisses young girls. I mean, he's just gonna go there.
Right.
It's coming. All right. From one subculture I knew nothing about but heavily judged to another. This one is tough, coming out of Pakistan, where two women were punished after a video of them kissing a man was leaked on social media. Pretty crazy, right? What do you think a reasonable punishment would be for these two crazy kids?
For kissing?
For kissing,
kissing on the street.
Kissing on the lips.
My guess is a week at home with your husband, locked in the house or something like that.
They're not even married. That's the thing.
They're just like single kids kissing on the street.
Don't they have like? Never mind. I'm not gonna get myself in trouble. I don't know. Something light.
Yeah, seems like you shouldn't be punished for that. You know
exactly. If you said nothing, you'd be correct. Yeah. But as the two cousins were 22 and 24-year-old.
Wait. Back up. Cousins.
Yeah. The two cousins kissed a man, so they weren't like, it wasn't like a makeout session. The two girls were cousins and they kissed the same guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a kissing booth. It's like
you
kiss him, then I kiss him. Who was the better kisser? And he said, "You're both sentenced to death." Exactly,
by their own father and brother, because that's what happened. Their father and their brother killed them and buried them as part of an honor killing.
What?
Big no-no. Big no-no. The video, which is a year old, made its rounds in Pakistan's North Waziristan province and showed the two young ladies kissing a young man on the lips while another young woman taped the atrocity and laughed. And that was it. And they weren't having an affair. They weren't anything that would make this even remotely not as insane as it is. They were just murdered, and the man was arrested for vulgarity. Still alive and well, though. So you know that the man got vulgarity. Got vulgarity, yeah. So apparently, what the fuck is an honor killing? Well, apparently in these tribal areas in North and South Waziristan along the border of Afghanistan, an honor code is very strict, and women are basically treated like 10th class citizens and are not allowed to like go out the house without a male protector, I think from the family or part of the tribe. These are all tribes that we're talking about. So like remote, some say barbaric,
some say, this one.
Yeah, this is pretty barbaric, isn't it? So according to
CNN, what would be the punishment for Machine Gun Kelly you in the neck with his ropes? Like, what would that be?
Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that. I don't think there is. They couldn't do anything bad enough.
For Machine Gun Kelly pounding his chest while he's screaming and coming in your wife's face. What does that happen? What happens there?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even
probably
want to think
about
it. Yeah. The worst thing you can think of. Anyway, according to the CNN article, the family's social standing is measured by the daughter's obedience to the family's demands. So apparently there's like 1,000 of these honor killings or more a year around this area. Many more likely there's not reported, and if they are, it's reported as suicide or natural death, or not reported at all. Probably because Pakistan does have the life sentence for this behavior, but like I said, most people just don't report it as what it is. They just say, she went missing. We don't know where she went.
So it is illegal to do honor killings, even though it's they used to.
It's illegal by Pakistan by the nation's law, but in these remote areas, they don't follow the fucking law.
But are these guys in trouble now?
Yeah, did these guys get?
These guys they got arrested. They're in custody. But they're standing by their actions. And so is
saying that the daughters deserve to be slaughtered.
Absolutely. I don't think they regret at all. I mean, I don't get it. Like, this is your fucking daughter. Like, you don't have any love for her. I don't know. I can't judge. I'm not going to get into the whole I don't understand the culture thing.
No, you can absolutely take a shit on this this culture. This is terrible. That's their daughters. Like they raised them for 22 and 24 years, and they just murdered them.
They just murdered them because they kissed a dude. It's fucking crazy.
It seems like
You're
a
right, Mark.
pretty wild thing to jump to.
Talk
about a jump to conclusions, Matt. You know,
they
really jump to the last square there.
Yes, exactly. So, the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan had this to say, quote, the patriarchy that upholds casual sexism is the same patriarchy that is used to justify, endorse, and perpetrate honor killings. Neither is acceptable. So like I said, Pakistani law, this is illegal. Also from the article, Pakistan is the 6th most populated country in the world, but also one of the worst when it comes to gender equality, according to the World Economic Forum's 2020 gender gap. And I guess probably because of places like this, maybe not in like the main cities, but I don't know.
It's a little bit more than casual sexism, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. It's a little bit. It's very barbaric. It's insane. Let's take it to the internet where some guy named Sajid Noir responded, said, I belong to this district. For you in the West, kissing random people might be fun, but here we have collectivism, and one person can defame an entire tribe. So the punishment is harsh as well. I am totally against
murder.
Right. I am totally against this.
So for real, this is like if your tribe sees you like defaming them on like Snapchat.
Hey, Sajid, fuck you.
Yep.
What did he finish with? He said they shouldn't have been murdered, but they should have been harshly punished.
Well, he said, I'm totally against. Well, he's an idiot. I totally against this and sympathize with the girls, but try to understand that this inaccessible area has its own norms. And to that, Fluffy Koala said, we understand that it has its own norms, and we understand that those norms are barbaric and abhorrent. I hope you agree. And then Sajid just kind of doubles down and lets you know what kind of guy he is. He said, I do agree. And to keep the two sides of the world together, I hope you also agree that gay marriages are immoral. So he's just doubling down.
Then he went after the gays.
Then he went after the gays. Yeah.
Sajid's talking negatively about the women who are dead. They're dead. And then doubles down on the gays. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But he's not wavering from that stance.
Sajid's the progressive guy that has the internet in this tribe. This is not good. This is another generation.
He's the leader.
Sajid's the young generation where this is going to carry on for another 40 years.
Yeah. It's not good over there. So, I mean, I got spanked when I was little. And if I made a mockery of my mom or something, I got spanked.
Vulgarity for the guys, huh?
Well, yeah, the guys get off easy and that type of shit in these places. So
wait, so they're facing charges, but they're standing by. So what are the odds? Could you get the sense of the odds that the father son, they get in any trouble?
They're gonna be fine. Well,
I think they're going to be okay. It's like one of these things where the police come in, but the police in Pakistan also respect these norms way more than the Western world.
Well, it was the thing, it was the honor thing. So
they knew, like it's
who's going to get in trouble is the lawyer that tries to defend the dead women. He's going to get he's the next to get in trouble, not the father and the husband.
That's a depressing story.
It was very depressing. Yeah, and the woman that filmed the whole thing, everyone's like, "Where is she? She needs to be kept safe because she's probably next." Because she kind of egged it on, I guess. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff over there. And hey, that's gonna do it for Heart Factor. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, go on and have yourself a day after.
Yeah, have a good day.
At least you weren't honor killed today.
That's very true. At least you won't be honor killed.
Could be worse.
Things could be worse, but hey, we got some follow us on Instagram, and I can't even do this now.
Just end it.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it.
No, we got submit your stories.
Oh, right.
What the fuck Wednesday tomorrow, so send in any stories that you want. Obviously kind of a slow week.
How did this not wait till what the fuck Wednesday?
Honor killing. It was a slow day, so I had to jump on the honor killing.
Do you know of any South American tribes that have horrible remote areas that have horrible cultural things? We'll hit them all tomorrow.
The more gruesome, the better, please.
Cannibals.
All right. Well, yeah. So what Will said, submit the stories. We got some new merch coming out. We're going to need you guys. We're going to beg you guys to buy some of that shit. And subscribe on YouTube to see us in action, our ugly fat faces saying the words that you hear. It's always very entertaining. And most importantly, try to have yourself a great fucking day.
Oh, yeah!